Happy Sunday. Okay, let's go over what happened. This is the Social Security roundup for the week last week. Just a little summary here for you in case you missed any of them. On this would be the 15th through the 20th of July, 2024. On Monday, what did we talk about? Oh yeah, there had been some questions posed, so we went over them. My thoughts about it. It was questions regarding ALJs. And there's conceptions out there that people have. Some people that ALJs are anti-claimant, that they feel superior to claimants or think claimants are beneath them, or that if a claimant doesn't have a representative, that means they have a bad case. So we go over those conceptions and I give you my take on it. So I don't know what y'all think, but that's my opinion on those. On Tuesday the 16th, yeah, we went over the recent SSA news that 114 occupations that previously made up the 12,000 or so occupations that the SSA relies upon in the Dictionary of Occupational Titles, that these 114 jobs would no longer be considered existing in significant numbers in the economy, and therefore someone cannot be held to be able or not disabled because of an ability to do one of these jobs. That would be at step 5. So is it a positive? Yes, technically it is. But I have some thoughts about how useful it's going to be. So take a listen if that interests you. On the 17th, this was someone's question that we were addressing, wanting to know if the SSA is going to order records that were born before they applied. And we go into what records the SSA will order and what they largely will not order. So take a listen if that's important to you. On the 18th, this was, there's a little tip about what to know about an unsuccessful work attempt if you tried to work before you applied and it failed within, the standard 6-month period that allows something to be considered potentially an unsuccessful work attempt, also called a failed work attempt. And what has to nonetheless be done in order to be able to use that unsuccessful work attempt to your benefit. It can also apply to people who have pending claims. And in theory, it can also apply to those technically who already are beneficiaries, but in a little bit of a different way. Friday fraud law review. Yeah, this was a bad acting lawyer. Well, he's a disbarred lawyer from Ohio. I think we had a previous report on this, perhaps when he was charged, but now he's been convicted, and they go through all of the various ID thefts he engaged in as he sought to continue to practice law and be paid handsomely for it, despite being disbarred. And of course, it's landing him in a lot of hot water. Okay, and then Saturday, end of the week. This is, by the way, July 20th. Yeah, I just kind of get into the real life application of what occurs if you let your DLI, date last insured pass you by. If you don't know what date last insured is, it applies to Social Security disability, not to SSI, and not to retirement, of course. But it is a critical component of any claim for Social Security disability. And I'm always trying to encourage people to not have it in their back window and to have it prospective. But that's not always possible. But here explains a little bit of why it would be unhelpful to you to have it in your rear window. All right, that's it for the week, guys. I hope you had a wonderful week, and I hope you have a great weekend, finishing up your weekend, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. I will be working from New Bloomfield, PA, part of the week, and then North Carolina the other part of the week. I'll be doing a little traveling for the next couple weeks. All right, talk to you later. Bye. So you just listened to the week's roundup of all 7 days right behind us and what those video tips were. Are you concerned if you didn't necessarily catch the ones from the week prior to that? Don't worry, we're going to attach it right here. Have a great week, guys. Bye. Happy Sunday. Here is the Social Security roundup for the past week. This would be the week of Monday, July 8th through Saturday, July 13th. Okay. And of course, on Sunday the 7th, we did, the prior week's roundup. So let's go on to Monday. This was, for anyone who missed it, kind of an explanation of why you shouldn't get hung up with whether you meet a listing or not. I hear it all the time. People are very set on they must meet a listing for Social Security Disability or SSI, and you really don't. Most people don't that win. So there's good reasons for it. So take a listen, and hopefully it will relieve you if you had any stress about whether you needed to meet a listing in order to prevail. Okay, that was Monday the 8th. Tuesday the 9th. Oh yeah, this was just a rundown as a request from a viewer. For those waiting for ALJ hearing, what is the effect of the new 5-year past relevant work rule change versus what it used to be at 15 years? And that was a change that took effect, I believe, June 22nd of 2024. So it is brand spanking new, and it is a great rule. It's not going to affect everybody, but it's going to affect a very notable portion. All right, so that was what, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, again, this was came up during the day. Person was understandably frustrated. Why do I have to treat for, as I head towards CDR like everybody does, right? If you're collecting benefits, you will be, whether you know your date or not, it doesn't matter. You will, generally speaking, be heading towards a CDR. And why do I need to treat? My conditions are incurable. What's the point? Why would I need to do that? They know my conditions are incurable. And here's why in that video of July 9th. I'm sorry, that was July 10th, right? Yes, July 10th. And then we have the 11th, which was, oh yeah, a misconception someone had. So I thought I'd share the fact that it's a misconception and you need to know the difference. When it comes to trial work period, if you're someone who is either working while your case is pending, or it is after you've already prevailed, there is no grace period attached to the trial work period. No, 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 no. There is reference to a grace period for a completely different issue, but it's not the length of your trial work period. Not at all, not connected. Okay. So take a listen to that and you'll find out where it is connected. I'm not even sure if I go into that part of it, but we make it very clear about the trial work period. And it's important to know. July 12th. Oh yes, that was Friday. We had a fraud law review this past Friday, and this is about a South Carolina man who was convicted in Florida and receiving prison time after he'd been convicted of collecting his dead wife's Social Security disability for years and years. Bad, bad, bad. I don't know why people do that. Okay, Saturday, July 13th. Here we go. This was came out on Friday, but we couldn't really put it up until Saturday. And this was an email by the SSA talking about how the typical way people have been accessing their Social Security online access, to find out the status of their application or to order a benefits letter or to check their earnings record to make sure it's up to par. You're no longer going to be able to do that with your old login information and access. There's going to be a whole new method that's going to be required. And so they're urging you, because it's already set up, to change over to it now, because in time you're going to be locked out of your old way of getting in, and you're going to have to do it at that time anyway. So maybe it's best to do it now while you're not in dire need of it, rather than waiting until you suddenly are in dire need something the same day, and lo and behold, you're not in, and now you got to figure out how to get in. So take a listen. I'm going to do mine, guys. I mean, I have a little trepidation about the SSA account, only because I'm always afraid it's going to interfere with my lawyer account with the SSA. I'm like, what if my password is, because if you ever blow it from the lawyer side, well, I think everybody actually, maybe, certainly the lawyer side, we have to wait for a new PIN to arrive by US mail, not certified mail, not UPS, not FedEx. So hope it arrives here. They tell us 10 days. I don't even know if that's legit anymore. It might be longer. I can't even fathom not being able to get into my client's electronic files I'm working on for 10 days. I mean, try 12 hours, I have to start freaking. So as my eye goes nuts, I got something in my eye. Anyway, all right, that's it, guys. That's the Sunday roundup. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Hopefully a wonderful Sunday, and I will catch you next week. I'll see you later. Bye now. Probably tomorrow.